Is this gonna be the best blind I've ever done, or is it gonna be a dud? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today on the bar top, we have a blind, and this is a blind that was sent to us from one of my Patreons, Paulo. Paulo has sent this blind my way, and I have absolutely no idea what was in these sample bottles that ended up in these 4 glasses. The only way I find out is at the end of the video when we rank these 1 to 4, and I open this sealed envelope. Once I open the sealed envelope, we will then find out what came in 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and what my absolute favorite sample of these 4 were that came in 1st freaking place. Make sure you guys drop that like. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below on if you think you would do any better than me in this blind. Also, make sure you smash that subscribe button. We just hit 7,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are crushing it, crushing it, crushing it. Let's hit 20,000 by the end of the year, and that is only possible from you guys. Link to the Patreon is down below. Sample giveaways like crazy, bottle giveaways. Make sure you go join in on the fun for as little as $2 a month. But enough of the jibber jabber. You guys come here for the fun stuff, the drinking, and that's what we're gonna do today. So let's get into the blind. As always, you guys will know what I am drinking. In the bottom of the screen, in one of the corners, you will see the bottle that is for sample A. And at this time, I don't know what it is until we get to the end of the freaking video. We go left to right, and then we fast forward right to left to get to the fun stuff, right? So here we go. Quick little nose on A. Really sweet, appley, very appley. Graham crackers and marshmallows. This nose is very easy. It smells young. I'm not getting a lot of oaky presence. It smells like it's a very enjoyable, approachable whiskey. I'm not quite sure what he sent me, if they're bourbons or ryes mixture. We're gonna find out. So without further ado, let's get in the palate of sample A. Very, very light, 90 proofish. Wow, that's really, really nice. It's easy. It has a very, very short finish. So I'm really interested to see what we go from A, B, C, and D. Because A is very nice, but I think that these next 3 could have the possibility to be a little bit better than what that was. Because it's very nice for what it is, but that does have the potential to be so much better. But it's just low proof, and you know, we don't get a lot from low proof. Let's get into sample B. A lot different on the nose. Earthier, floral notes. This is a weird one. I got salted pretzel rods. Like out of that big, I think it's the Utz big pretzel rod container. The big plastic tub with like the foot-long pretzel rods. That's what I got off of that. Salted pretzels. And there's a touch of a nuttiness, but I don't know what specific nut that is on B. Let's get into the palate. B has a little bit more of a punch to it. It's getting the tip of my tongue, but it's not much more. I'm thinking it's on that 100 proof range. I think we went 90 to 100. It's creamier. It has a little bit more of a oaky presence to it. Like it's a little bit more richer and refined. I'm getting a little bit more of a char note. But it's a darker vanilla, almost like a French vanilla in a way. There's a little bit of an icing note in there. Really, really nice. I do think B is a little bit better than A at the moment. But we've got 2 more glasses to get into, so let's get into C. C's nose has this grainy note in there. It's got a little bit of a malty note. I'm getting a little chocolate, a little espresso, a touch of cinnamon. C's nose is the nicest out of the 3 so far, so let's get into the palate. We're definitely climbing in proof from A to B to C. This one is definitely a little bit higher. I'd say in like the 115 range. I like that. Wow, that's really nice. It's got this like oily butteriness that just coats your tongue a little bit, and it just fades away, and it's so pleasant. It's not sweet, it's not bitter. It's just, you get this little lingering note that's just rolling over on your tongue and tickling all your taste buds. That one's really, really nice. I like C a lot so far. We've got 1 more to get into, and I hope I'm not making a fool of myself on these. So let's get into sample D. Whoa, D's nose is pungent. Very, 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 very strong. Dark cherries. That's a cherry bomb. Cherry and oak. and like this really nice cinnamon dusted graham cracker. But there's an oakiness in this. This has the most oaky forwardness in the nose in this glass out of the 4 so far. I'm excited to get in this. Let's dive into this glass. Cheers, everybody. I don't think it's the proofiest, and I don't think it's the best on the palate. The palate is kind of lackluster, and it's making me want more. On the back end, I'm getting a little bit of a bitterness that I'm not the biggest fan of, because the first 3 didn't have any bitterness whatsoever, but this one just has a little bit of a bitterness that is attacking the back of my tongue that, you know, just makes me not really want to say that it's better than the other 3, even though it has a really, really nice nose. This one's very, very light on proof, and these 2 just stick out to me a little bit more than these 2 on the ends. But hey, we're gonna go cleanse our palate. We're gonna go right to left and fast forward, and we're going to put these in my favorite order, and we're gonna crack open this sealed envelope at the end. See you guys in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I hope you guys enjoy the music. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our order, and we are going to crack open this envelope right now to find out what our order is. We had sample D, A, B, C. So C got first place. We're going to find out what that is right now. Without further ado, let's crack open this envelope. And in 4th place, we've got letter D. Now look at the bottom of this. So, letter D, sample 4 was the 4 Roses single barrel coming in at 100 proof. So, that's really interesting. I like the nose, but the palate just wasn't there. Not a fan of that. I wish, Paulo, when you watch this video, let me know what the strain and everything is of this 4 Roses sample, because, you know, it's one that, you know, I might not pick up if I do ever find a single barrel proof of it. So, without further ado, we've got 3rd place, and 3rd place was A. A goes to Michter's US1 American Whiskey, and I was right on A. A was very, very low proof. This is an 83.4 proof bottle of whiskey. So it's not a bourbon because it's finished in ex-bourbon barrels, but nonetheless, really, really nice. It did better at 83 proof than 100 proof whiskey. So that just goes to show that even though you're a higher proof, doesn't mean that you're a better whiskey. But in 2nd place, we have sample B, and all I gotta do is move my hand down a little bit to see what that is. And this is going to be the blackened, finished in brandy casks at 90 proof. So I thought that this was around 100 proof, but it's a 90 proofer. It definitely moved up, because if I thought that this was 90 and I thought this was 100, you know, that's normal range, right? We usually drink our whiskey at 90 proof. So this was our 80 proof, this was 90 proof, but time for me to find out what came in first place. You guys know what came in first place, but are you going to be surprised at what I think first place was? Let's find out right now what came in first place. First place goes to Blue Note Crossroads, finished with toasted French oak, coming in at 100 proof. I almost finished that glass. Wow, the Blue Note Crossroads. That's one of the Blue Notes that I have not picked up, because I've got a lot of French oak finished whiskeys, and I thought, you know, why do I need another one? But after finding what that is, I need to get me a bottle of that. Paulo, thank you so much for sending me this blind. This was an absolute blast. These 4 right here are pretty darn good. Is the 4 Roses single barrel the best though? Absolutely not. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop that like, leave a comment down below, and smash that subscribe button. Until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.